Namaskar, an Indian greeting for hello and swagatam, welcome. My name is Kajal, and for those who are new here, know that my mission here is to encourage you to adopt a holistic, mindful lifestyle. Sharing yoga videos is my jam because I'm a yoga teacher, but I also offer inspiration for whole foods, plant-based eating, and share wellness tips. In today's video, I would like to share a few kitchen hacks and tips that have helped me and would hopefully inspire you to eat healthier. So let's begin. Greens are among the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet. Of all the super healthy greens, kale is the king. It is definitely one of the healthiest and the most nutritious plant foods in existence. Kale is loaded with all sorts of beneficial compounds, some of which have powerful medicinal properties. There are various types of kale, but these two are my favorites, the curly kale and the dino kale. Though of all the greens we like to consume, kale is definitely the most stubborn. Raw kale is kind of tough, which is where the massaging process comes in. Yes, you heard that right. Massaging kale with your hands takes the edge off and renders them tender. First, remove the stems and stack up kale leaves in a bowl, and then use your hands to give a good rub. While massaging, you can also chop the leaves, or you can use a knife to cut the leaves after the massage. After a few minutes of massaging, you can choose to use the kale leaves in soups, stews, or my favorite is to eat it as a salad. Add your favorite dressing, chopped or shredded veggies, nuts and seeds. Here, I have chosen to add my favorite creamy cashew nuts based dressing. You can find the recipe in the description below. Shredded carrots, pumpkin seeds, hemp seeds, and walnuts. Mix it all up and serve. I often include avocados in my meals. I try to stay away from unhealthy fats like oils and butters and instead choose a good healthy fat like avocados and nuts. Choose a ripe avocado and place it in the palm of your hand. Cut it lengthwise around the seed. Cut into the avocado until the knife hits the seed and then rotate the fruit with one hand while trying to keep steady with the other hand. Rotate the avocado halves in your hands, twisting gently if necessary, and separate the two sections. Hold the avocado securely in your hand and then carefully tap the knife into the pit. Twist and then lift straight up to remove. The flesh can be left inside of the skin, and then you would simply score into lines or dice them. Remove with the spoon. Use a large spoon to scoop the flesh out of the skin. Place unused avocado in a bowl of water in a refrigerator to maintain freshness. You can enjoy avocados in so many ways. You can add them to salads, an avocado toast if you enjoy that, and my personal favorite is guacamole, which is the highlight of Mexican cuisine for me. Most of us use garlic in our cooking, and I have found the easiest and the least messy way to work with garlic is to place it under a knife and press down using the palm of your hand until you hear or feel a crack. And then you can easily remove the skin and hooray, you have your garlic peeled. I love using shredded ginger in my cooking. Ginger has so many health benefits. A tip here is when you have the last bit of ginger that can't be shredded any further, collect those and you can even save it in the fridge for a few days and then dump it in a boiling water to make a warm, soul-comforting ginger tea. Check out my video for cozy, healthy beverages to warm you up that has some ideas for ginger tea. Video recipe link in the right side of your screen and in the description below. Including nuts and seeds in your daily meals helps improve our health in so many ways. Yes, nuts and seeds do have fats, but it's the good fats that our bodies need. Be sure to eat raw nuts and store extra nuts in the fridge or a freezer as opposed to the pantry, because nuts contain a high amount of unsaturated fat, a delicate type of oil, which makes them highly prone to going rancid. Legumes, that includes lentils and beans and a variety of whole grains, should be an important part of all your meals. Most lentils don't take much time to cook, but beans and whole grains do. For faster cooking, soak beans and whole grains in water for a few hours or overnight to reduce cooking time. Sprouting legumes. The process of sprouting legumes helps in maximizing nutrition, increases the level of vitamins, minerals, and protein, and makes it easier to digest the legumes. Some of the easiest legumes to sprout are whole grain mung beans and lentils. To sprout, soak them in slightly warm water for about 8 hours or overnight. Drain off the excess water in a strainer and cover the strainer with a tight lid and store it in a dark, warm place and allow it to be there undisturbed for about 12 to 18 hours or more. You can rinse and serve the sprouted legumes raw in salads or cook them in stews or stir fries. For some ideas on how to make a sprouted mung bean salad and use it in a Nourish bowl, check out my video on Nourish Bowls, link available on the top right corner of the screen and in the description below. Instant Pot is one of my absolute favorite appliances in the kitchen, and today I want to share a few hacks and tips on how I have been using this appliance more efficiently. The handle doubles as a built-in lid holder. You could use the pot-in-pot method to cook multiple items at once. You don't necessarily need to buy any special pots, but any oven-safe glass containers or even these stackable stainless steel containers would do. The idea is to keep foods you don't want mixing together separated yet still cooked in one go. For example, I would cook chickpeas and these Indian beans together, millet and quinoa together, and so on. I hope this video was helpful, and if it has inspired you in any ways, please take a moment to show some love and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, do subscribe. Until we meet again, from my heart to yours, namaste.